Welcome to the College Football Bros. I'm Michael Newman.
I am Ryan Newman.
And I'm Trey Newman.
All right, so welcome to the Aggie fans who I'm sure are watching this. If you like the show, be sure to subscribe. We talk college football every week, all year round. So let's get straight into the question, Ryan. What do we got here?
All right, so our question is, how many years will it take, or actually, check that, will Texas A&M win a national title within 20 years? And I'm making it even on both sides. So it's just, hey, what do you think? Will Texas A&M poke through in the next 20 years or not?
Yeah, so they haven't won a national championship since 1939. So you might think initially no would be a good choice here. But, you know, with the amount of revenue they're bringing in, the commitment to football right now, I think they are probably a top 10 team in terms of, you know, most likely teams to win a championship within the next 20 years. And, you know, Forbes, a couple years ago, ranked them as the most valuable program in college football. You know, just being the only SEC school in Texas is super valuable. And we're seeing that with, you know, the recruiting classes. We'll put those up on the screen. They've had under Jimbo, that's obviously they were able to shell out a lot of money to bring in Jimbo, to bring in one of the top coaches in the country. And it has paid dividends in recruiting. So, you know, after his first transition class, they've been 4th, 6th, 7th, and 5th. 5th so far as far as the 2022 class. So I'm bullish on their future. I think they have a chance to do it under Jimbo. And even if not, I'm sure they'll bring in a great coach after him. So it's tough, but I'm saying yes.
I am going to actually lean yes as well. I mean, but when you first kind of focus on the amount of teams that could win a title in the next 20 years, the list actually does get fairly long, even though people right now kind of think it's only a few teams that can actually do it. But we all know it can change quick, and obviously 20 years is quite the time horizon. And then, you know, the other factor that would make it difficult is because it'll be hard to break through in the SEC, but even once they do that, then they're going to have to face the likes of, you know, Ohio State, Michigan, Clemson, Oklahoma, Texas, USC, you know, whoever. There's a long list. Mm-hmm. But
congrats to Michigan for being second on that list.
Well, I just kind of went conference by conference there, but
no, I know.
But like you brought up, they're very well positioned at the moment. You know, even if Jimbo isn't the guy to break through, like you mentioned, it might be an ex-coach. That recruiting alone is going to keep them relevant for the foreseeable future, and with their dedication to the program. I mean, they just recently, this past year, won a New Year's Six bowl. There's no reason to think that they won't be relevant in the next 2 decades.
Yeah, okay, so we got two yeses there from you guys. Yeah, I thought this, you know, when I made this line of 20 years, I don't know, I kind of knew you guys were maybe a little more bullish on A&M than maybe nationally other people are. Obviously, Aggie fans hope they do, but we all have great respect for Jimbo. We take into consideration how great he recruits and stuff, and it was just what a great move though for them to think about where they were before they joined the SEC, before they had Jimbo. It was massively different. Like, they were in Texas's shadow for so long. Now this whole Texas team in the SEC, it's just like their trajectory has totally changed. It's just what a great position that they've been in. So I would probably say 20 years as well. I was thinking 25 for a second, and I was like, yeah, I'll lower it to 20. I know my bros.
Yeah, I mean, I think you set the perfect line, really, because if you had said it at 15, I couldn't take the yes there. If you'd said it at 25, I wouldn't even have thought about it. But like, yep, I think there's a good chance. So,
but yeah, like
you said, perfect line.
Like you said, Ryan, if you listen to the podcast, Michael and I have been more bullish maybe than most on the Aggies, but
and it paid off this year. I mean, they finished top 5 in the country. Like they kind of broke through in a big way this year. So I also kind of looked at this mathematically, just real quickly. So if you assume they have a 3.5% chance in each given year of winning the national championship, then over a 20-year period, it's basically 50-50 as to whether they'll do it. So you can kind of ask yourself that question. Are they going to have, on average, more than a 3.5% chance every year? And that's kind of hard to say, because this year, even as, you know, projected to be a top 10 team, you look at their odds and it's kind of right around there, kind of right around 3.5%, maybe even a bit less. But so I could see why someone would say no, but I just think even in that there's that small chance, not that small, but that they become, the next Clemson or Ohio State, that they're in that tier 1. I think that there's definitely a non-zero chance of that happening over the next 20 years. So that's why I went yes.
And if you say it is exactly about 3.5% right this given moment, well, we think that this is just kind of the beginning of the era where Jimbo's finally got the program where he wants it. Who's to say it can't at least go up to 4 or 5% in the coming years?
Yeah. True. All right. Well, I guess I'm glad we said yes for the sake of all the Aggie fans watching. Yeah, true. But that is our honest opinion. I'm glad more likely that Ryan didn't set it at like 25 or no, 15 or 10 or something, then we would have said no. But anyway, thank you for watching. Again, subscribe if you like the show. Give us a thumbs up. And let us know in the comments below, whether you think they're going to win it in the next 20 years. And if you don't, tell us what amount of years is kind of your 50-50 point. What number is like, ooh, I don't know. I'd be interested to see that. So we'll read those comments and see you next time.
You've been watching the College Football Bros. Be sure to subscribe here on YouTube and in your podcast app for college football content all year round. For bonus episodes and access to our Discord chat, join our Patreon at patreon.com/collegefootballbros. Thanks for watching.